What is going on, YouTube family? I'm back with another one again, and yo, I just want to wish everybody's like a thank you and welcome to my page and everything like that. And if you're new to my channel, just hit the thumbs up button and like and subscribe. Like, yo, if y'all haven't already noticed that, I'm gonna bring this to everyone's attention. Y'all haven't really already noticed that in the situation today in our world and society, it's constantly changing and it's constantly evolving at not such a rapid pace, but at a slow pace, like a time or frame of reference. Because like in the world right now, like I don't think anybody notices that nothing seems to be like the same. And the reason for this, why I'm saying this, is because like Jesus really wouldn't do the same. Like Jesus, alright, so the reason why society is the way it is today is because if you look at Bible times, biblical times, men were much stronger than they are today. I'm not talking about physical strength. I'm talking about mental strength, spiritual strength, and emotional strength. I'm talking about mental and emotional strength. That comes into part of reference. Men used to hunt. Men were much more responsible. And men were not bums back in those days. Everybody had to contribute to society one way or another. Nobody was living off of the king. Well, people were obviously like the king. Everybody else, they have to obviously then the king, back in those Bible days, they help the people, but they're not really like being controlled. You know what I'm saying? The king's duty back in those days was just to protect his army and control his army to protect the citizens. That's basically it, and to provide for the citizens the gold and copper and their resources, the natural resources, and who can be able to exchange and change, just exchange and exchange goods and services, imports and export goods and services through the country, through their city, through their land. And basically what they do is like they just protect. And the reason why I brought this up is because based on the extenuating circumstances that we face today in society, these global events that are taking place remind me of the book of Revelation. They remind me of the book of the mysterious man that God talked about in the book, the good book, the Bible. You remember? And that revealing that thing that based on the book, it's like based on that book, current events in history are taking place based on that specific book. And now that really winds me up to my conclude, that really winds me up to my main view. And that main view is really why that main view is basically this. I preach about it, I've talked about it a lot, but I'm just the main point of view is this. A lot of people, especially Seventh-day Adventists, especially religious people, Jehovah's Witnesses, Catholics, or whatever, etc., are going to fall into a whole entire system in which many people can come together, a universal worldwide system where many people can come together upon a certain agreement, and they can live peacefully, happily, and ever after. And that is the goal of this whole entire, you know how everything happens for a reason? Everything happens for a reason. Like, I mean, not everything could happen for a reason, but everything could be happening for its own purpose. Everything has its own purpose. Like, you know, the birds, their purpose is to fly. The lions, their ability, the purpose is to just be lions, just conquer, just to eat, just to eat lunch, just to eat food. Because lions, they don't care what size, how big you are, how small you are, how fast you are, or even how slow you are. They all that is in the lions, that all the lions mentality is lunch. That's it. That's lunch. That's just it. That's why, you know, Jesus associated himself with the lion. The only animal that I seen Jesus associate himself with was the lion. The lion of the tribe of Judah. The conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. He called himself the Lion of Judah. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. And I respect that, because that's how we as believers are supposed to be. That's how believers are supposed to be. Like, that's how believers themselves, I'm not saying that necessarily mean, but like believers themselves are like supposed to have that conquering lion mentality in any situation in life. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because men in society today are just not weak, like are kind of brainwashed and weak by the by society itself. Because if you want to look at the society structure, you have to look at the structure of the home. If you want to study society, just like, you know, one of the main things that I really realized about people in this day and age, right, is that they just want to do their own things. They just want to go out partying, drinking, smoking, which is cool. Y'all could do it. Anybody, even me, anyone can do whatever they want. It's their own free will and free choice to do whatever they choose. But you're gonna have to answer to the Creator and the ruler and sustainer of heaven. The Creator of heaven and the ruler of all living things. You're gonna have to answer to them. You're just gonna have to answer. You're just going to have to. You're just gonna have to answer to him, like, every single day, like, just like, you're gonna have to answer to him. Man has free will. Man has free will. Each and every single one of man has free will. And you have the free will and potential to do whatever you choose to. And if God really allowed you to do whatever you want to do, like, if God really allowed that, then we would have no, like, point in being into existence, because this is God's perfect universe. God's perfect universe, but we, in the middle of the earth, in the middle of the center of the whole entire universe of earth, like, we are basically, like, imperfect in God's perfect universe. That's what I meant to say. Out of the whole entire world that are perfected, out of 100 worlds, there's only 99 perfect worlds, and only one of them are imperfect. And this is this world. I know, like, it was hard for me to believe, right? But I think I'm coming to, like, belief with myself. Like, I really believe that, you know, the world is really coming up into cataclysmic events of a close, in which it will usher in a surprise to the world, but a surprise to most, as it's gonna be like a thief broke in. That's what I feel like right now. That something bad is coming. I mean, and not necessarily bad for, like, the whole entire world. I mean, it is, in a sense, frame of that history, but it is something, an individual thing, in which every single individual will really have to reflect. on their lifetime with all their past memories. Like, you're really gonna have to reflect on what, you know, on what really happened in their whole entire lifetime. It's really like, and you're gonna have to, like, you're really gonna have to just question. There's going to be a time where everybody has to question themselves. Like, everybody just can't keep living just to live. Like, you really have to seek the truth. Like, you really have to find, like, that inner potential, that inner you as well. You really have to explore. You really have to, that's how you seek the truth. Like, you seek the truth and you shall find it. Not like you just seek me, you will find me. Seek me diligently with all your heart. Yeah, I believe in it. The book of Proverbs. Seek me diligently and you will find me. Riches and honor and all wealth and enduring righteousness follow me and honor with me. So that's the Proverbs thing. That's the Proverbs. Like, that's basically what everybody, what I believe everybody is going to do. I mean, it's gonna have to have, like, everybody once in a lifetime is just gonna have to have a deep conversation with themselves. But unfortunately, that's not gonna happen because too many people are stuck, are very single-minded, and they're stuck in a frame of reference. They're stuck in their ways. Like, they can't really just, like, that's basically it. Yo, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I didn't want to keep this video too long. Have a blessed day, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.